Mikaela's heart condition is TAPVD. Receiving the diagnosis was really, really overwhelming. I spent a lot of time in tears. I spent a lot of time thinking about, what was going to happen, how it was going to affect us as a family, how it was going to affect Mikaela. Hearing that we had to have surgery was really quite stressful. We didn't know exactly what to expect. We asked a lot of questions of the medical team. For us, knowing as much as we possibly could about the condition just helped us feel like we were prepared and ready for surgery. We are super, super lucky that we have an amazing support network, both in terms of friends and in terms of extended family. We had friends come up to cook us dinner. They dropped off meals for us. They dropped off snacks for us. It was just really comforting to know that we had a really good support network around us. HeartKids have been a really valuable service for us. They provided a lot of support, particularly in terms of planning and preparing for surgery in Melbourne. Surgery for us was rescheduled several times and it did become really, really stressful. But we tried to remind ourselves that for every day that our surgery was delayed, it meant that somebody else's child was that critically ill that they needed the bed and that family would be going through absolute hell. I think it was about 11 o'clock where they called us to say, come in, we need you to present to admissions, and leaving your baby in the arms. Leaving your baby in the arms of a stranger is really, really hard. We didn't know what was going to happen. We hoped for the best, but it was really, really, really difficult. So returning to the hospital after surgery, we didn't quite know what to expect. Nothing really prepares you for what it's like to see your baby sedated, intubated, and being kept alive by medication and machines. But the team of nurses that are in there are absolutely phenomenal. They explain things in as much detail or as little detail as you want. They are very, very patient and they are very, very understanding. Mikaela's recovery has been really good. So for us, it was really straightforward. We've been really, really lucky. She's really healthy, and when we returned home, we were lucky that we still had our beautiful community and our friendship circle around us. But I noticed that I was starting to struggle. I stopped looking at photos of Mikaela's surgery because I found them too confronting. They would make me cry. They would make my heart beat faster, make my breathing strange. I would try and avoid medical settings, so I didn't like going to hospitals. The idea of going for reviews terrified me. And I realised that for me, those were symptoms of PTSD. I started seeing a perinatal psychologist who deals specifically with birth trauma. I just found that was super, super helpful in learning strategies to stop my reactions and to, I guess, start accepting that I'm allowed to feel a little bit overwhelmed and emotional with what we went through. It was quite traumatic and quite stressful. I still think there's a lot of shame around mental health, and there shouldn't be. It affects so many different people. I'm hoping that by sharing our story, it normalises how other people are feeling, but I'm also hoping that it highlights the importance of being aware of how you're feeling and seeking help if it's needed, and also the importance of taking care of yourself. So I do burlesque dancing, which I find amazing for just feeling good about myself in general, but it also gives me social contact with an amazing group of women that make me feel really, really good. Mikaela is thriving. She's 2. She is at daycare 3 days a week. She's very sassy, she's very independent, so she's doing really, really well. She's really cheeky. She's a really, really sweet little girl too. We have found the HeartKids groups really, really beneficial. So on Facebook, we found a couple of HeartKids groups, and they've been great in reading other people's experiences and stories. They're also a really good group to get support, so to share what we're going through. Our whole journey has been a learning experience. I've learned a lot more about the medical system. I've always had an incredible level of respect for the medical professionals, but when you take into account the work that they're doing to keep your child alive, it's incredible. You know, they're operating on hearts that are the size of our thumbnails. You know, the work is so intricate, and they do it confidently, and they do it so that our children are happy and healthy and can grow up, and that's pretty phenomenal.